apart predictions because they're going to get 15 cities mad at them. There's Darren Dreger, there's Jeff O'Neill, there's Dave Poulin, and of course, Ray Ferraro. So what I'm going to have you do is just tell me which Canadian team makes it out of the North, and then your Stanley Cup final and your Stanley Cup champion. Ray, you can start.
Well, I'm coming out of the North. I've got Toronto. It's not often that the best team comes into the playoffs almost all healthy, and it looks like Zach Bogosian's going to be healthy at some point in this series. I think the Leafs are the best team. I think they get to the best team in the North, and I think they get to the Final Four. I think they're going to run into Washington there, and that's not a series I think they're going to win this time around. I've got the Capitals going to the Stanley Cup Finals, and they're going to run into the Colorado Avalanche, who I think are a fabulous team. I love the way they play. I like the goaltending they get. I've got the Avs over the Capitals in the final.
One vote for Nathan McKinnon and company. Dave Poulin.
Yeah, and I too, Ray, have Toronto coming out of the North, but I think it's going to be a battle. I think they're going to see two long series to get out, and when they get there, I think that will be as far as they go as the Final Four. I actually have Vegas over Tampa in the Stanley Cup Finals. Boston is my fourth Final Four team, but Vegas, to think of how battle-worn and battle-tested they are, only being in the league for a couple of years is really amazing. But they've played a lot of series, and I think they're ready to do it this year.
Dregs.
The Toronto Maple Leafs are going to win the North Division, but in the quiz in Friday's game, the Toronto Maple Leafs' last regular season game on TSN, I said that Toronto wouldn't get past the semifinal. I think that, in fact, after sleeping on it over the course of the weekend, I think with the adds of Foligno and Nash, Zach Hyman back healthy, I like the goaltending tandem and Freddie Anderson and Jack Campbell. I think that Toronto is going to have more push than I gave them credit for. They are going to make the Stanley Cup final, but based on what I'm seeing in the early goings of the series between Tampa Bay and the Florida Panthers, man, with Nikita Kucherov doing what he does so well, with Stamkos back in the lineup, Point, all of that, I think that the Tampa Bay Lightning will successfully defend.
I like how you hedge your bets there. So whatever happens, you'll say, go back to that show. I nailed it on that show. Jeff O'Neill.
I have the Toronto Maple Leafs coming out of the North like everyone else, but the Final Four, I've got Colorado winning over Carolina, my former team, but the red team. The Carolina Hurricanes are going to lose to Colorado. When you watch Colorado last year, Nathan McKinnon was so dominant. Every time he stepped on the ice, he was awesome. They've got their goaltender, Grubauer, back. I think they're poised to win the Stanley Cup.
And I'll go with my preseason pick of the Avs and over Tampa Bay. And I'm going to avoid the North Division because we're out of time. And frankly, I respect the Oilers, the Jets, and the Canadiens far too much to make it a clean sweep for the Toronto Maple Leafs.